So recently, I've been getting the series by Flawed PvP in my YouTube recommended called Can I Become Gladiator as a New WoW Player? And as someone who's played way too much WoW PvP in my life, I thought it'd be very interesting to see how it is from a new player's perspective. So let's dive into it. I guess it's gonna kind of showcase, hopefully showcase the experience of like trying to get into WoW PvP.
I've been playing World of Warcraft for 4 weeks now, focusing all of my attention on becoming Gladiator rank in PvP. A challenge some would consider impossible, but I'm bored and thought it would be fun.
I do wonder like what the average amount of games a WoW Gladiator has. It's probably, I don't know actually, probably a few thousand at least. Why not episode 1? I think my impression, because I watched like the first 30 seconds, that this one kind of just recaps, and it is fine to watch first. Because I saw the start this morning, and then I thought I should watch this on stream and react to it.
Fun. Last episode, we made our character and reached max level, which meant one thing. It was time to PvP. I could hear the arena calling my name. Then I learned things weren't that simple. Man. You see, for 3 days, I had been questing and dungeoning, leveling up, and accumulating shiny gear the whole time. Except, it wasn't as shiny as I thought. I had reached approximately item level 500, but it might as well have been 0 because I learned about this dude. Meet the Honor Quartermaster. He sells actual shiny stuff.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt.
I'm curious, like, if you do not know anything about it, like, you hit max level, you have no honor points, like, I guess you just queue up for a random BG?
And it was quite a lot better than 4 strength,
I mean, he has honor, apparently.
This gear had item level 710 in PvP scenarios. Unlocking this gear sounded fun. You unlock it by killing players.
Yeah, okay. So
not only that, but there was higher level gear I would need to unlock by killing more players. And then all of that stuff could be upgraded by being rich. I needed all of these things, otherwise I would basically have no health and no damage when PvPing. In World of Warcraft, if you go into PvP with no gear, you basically just get annihilated immediately. So, we had some pretty clear goals at this stage. Again, this is still day 3 of my playthrough, playing 8 hours a day after work to unlock the ability to unlock PvP gear.
This production quality is insane. Let me subscribe to him and like the video. This is really good content, man. This is like yeah, like super high production value.
What else? You see, I hadn't actually completed the quest campaign yet. Dungeons had allowed me to skip over a lot of the level 70 plus quests.
Do you need the
there was one item I needed, the shiniest of all my items.
The Reishi wraps.
Level 730 Reishi wraps with some enchantments and stuff. How would one unlock this amazing cape? Chores.
Oh shoot.
I mean, quests. Finishing the entire campaign quest line, many more hours of the same quest, over and over again.
Yeah, this is really
then killing more players. Luckily, during this final questing grind, I could start on my other grind. I needed something like 12,000 honor to afford the full starter kit. In the World of Warcraft, you get honor for being an upstanding member of society. Just kidding.
Whoa.
So, how would one get the most honor while having no health or damage?
Yeah.
World of Warcraft's Battlegrounds. A variety of maps and scenarios like...
I mean, hopefully someone... Because, like, I think if you have some gold, just get, like, a cheap set of the crafted gear. That's going to be way better than having, like, just pure leveling gear. But I'm
Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, and Convoy Escorts.
New players wouldn't know
I really
about
enjoyed Battlegrounds, I still do, and I used my
they
time
wouldn't
here
know.
to diligently learn my class's abilities and how they worked in PvP. and get stomped on relentlessly.
It's like 12k no powers.
I really thought I was doing something, but my disintegrate lasers were just basically tickling my enemies. I did have a few moves that worked regardless of my item level, like Quell, which WoW players refer to as a kick. You see this dude casting this spell? I can kick him from 25 yards away and cancel that cast. I also had a root, which locks people in place, like a root. This thing is insanely useful, and at this point,
who gave him this UI?
I really barely knew.
Wait, let's actually rate this UI.
But
oh my god, I didn't even pay attention to this. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Why does it have like 2 of each here? Yeah, it's a bit all over the place, but I mean, it works, I guess. But it's kind of blocking half the screen. I don't know why it has so many of everything. Okay, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. But I mean, as a new player, like,
we do learn how good it is later. And unfortunately, this move got...
Wait, actually, which add-ons does he have too? He's no S Arena. I think he has no add-ons, basically. He has details, which my camera's kind of blocking-ish. He has details. He's no S Arena, no Omnibar. Just like a bunch of bars. Action bars.
But we do learn how good it is later. And unfortunately, this move got neglected a lot in my early PvPing. This is a sleep spell that is insanely powerful. The issue was that 1, I didn't understand how powerful this move was. And 2, I got a new mouse on day 2.
A red dragon?
One with like 12 buttons on the side. I ran out of buttons. And this was an absolutely necessary purchase. Dude, but I wasn't really used to pressing all those buttons. I used to have just like a 2-button mouse, which is easy to remember 2 buttons.
Like this, I kind of like this. He fixed his UI a bit now. He cleaned it up. Like, yeah, it has this part in the middle.
Buttons, but 12 of them is
looks kind of smooth.
A whole other thing. Anyways, of all my abilities, I had a very clear favorite.
Stun, yeah.
Breath.
Big damage and stun. Yes, Feraldred. 2 towers UI, yeah.
Side note, before all of this practice, my brother thought it would be funny to throw me into an arena skirmish. Basically, this is an unranked 3v3 arena. Yeah. Anyone out there that's not doing arenas?
By the way, he has 13 million health. Geared players, like 19 million. So, his brother's glad? Oh, okay. That helps if you're a new player, if you know someone who knows the game. Because if not, like, all the crafting stuff, I feel like that would be really confusing.
Because you, like, think you'll be embarrassed or something, that you'll be bad. This game is for you. You cannot be nearly as bad as me, and I am putting this video out to the entire world.
Hunter, Holy Pala,
so,
Deva versus Double Arms.
Here's your motivation to go PvP.
Brother's not glad, okay.
Attempt my burst immediately, or what?
Yeah.
On the healer, or who?
No, we're gonna kill a warrior.
What up, Belt?
I'll tell you which one.
Enjoy. His brother is the hunter and his glad, okay.
On True Knock.
At the time of this clip, there was no way that I could talk while playing. I fucked up. I can't even begin to explain my panic levels during this first match. I might have done every single thing wrong from start to finish. Backpedaling, losing my target, lining my healer, messing up my rotation. But again, this is still day 4 of me playing World of Warcraft. And rewatching this a few weeks later, it is actually insane, the difference in my skill level from then and now. Let's just say you guys will be seeing a lot of improvement over the next few episodes.
Hey, Yeah, I mean the hunter did pretty good. Look at the damage done. The hunter did like everyone's damage combined.
Okay, so I basically
That's pretty good.
did nothing. At least I beat their damage. Now I might have been really stupid and like panicking.
The thing about like learning a new spec or just like being a new player, like you're bad and you have bad gear at the same time, and then you get better as you improve. Your gear gets better, and then those two things just
Constantly during that.
exponentially.
I loved it.
So the beginning is so rough, like, but then you get better.
Chaos, so
the gear is
I
better.
didn't mind one bit. Every chance I got to spend my honor, I would. Upgrading all my gear.
Link the video,
one
yes.
piece
I'll
at
link
a
it
time, becoming
after.
healthier, surviving longer, dealing more damage,
I will.
and finally, after almost another 24 hours of playtime, we had the full starter PvP kit. I also
like
still needed to
full honor gear,
get rich, which we'll get to. I did not buy a WoW token, by the way. I just...
See, making gold of selling like PP stuff, saltwater potion.
Rich,
I'm not sure
which we'll get to. I did not buy a WoW token, by the way. I just can't do that kind of thing. If you ask me, I am a fan of very long grinds. I think they're necessary to cut the casuals from the no-lifers, and I think that no-lifers should be rewarded
Those are big.
for their no-lifing. However, the gear system was insanely confusing when I reached level 80. All we've covered so far is the starter kit, which required essentially 48 hours of playtime to get to. My current kit, what I consider complete, still took me another, I don't know, 5 days in-game time, something crazy like that. It's one of these screenshots. The difference is I was able to grind this gear from PvP that wasn't Battlegrounds. My real suggestion to get more players to participate.
I do like wonder like how much he knew or how much he got help with. Like because if you ding, you have no idea. Like, did you even know about crafting like at all? Starting gear, yeah, it means the honor gear.
In ranked PvP is a much shorter grind that unlocks the arena, something like a 24-hour grind. And in the arena, everyone simply has the same.
Yeah, if you're like brand new
level.
and have no help, I guess you can use
my
YouTube
current
though.
gear
You can just use
is
YouTube.
astronomically better than my starter kit, and all I did to upgrade
crafting
it
would be
was
very
just
confusing.
accumulate PvP currencies over time. It's like if you're playing ranked chess, and over time your queen gets more powerful, and your king gets an extra move or something, like just because you've been playing the ladder for a longer time. It doesn't really make much sense
Release a
that
book,
people
hero PvP guide
would
for
have such an extreme variety in their PvP gear. And I actually have seen it lead to a lot of confusion. People yelling at each other in
that's week 4.
Battlegrounds because their team is losing when nobody on the team has PvP gear on, and everyone's losing their minds like, oh my god, we're messing up, we're losing points and stuff. Dude, half the people don't have PvP gear, and I feel like people just don't understand that. And when your team has 10 million health per player average versus the other team's 20 million health per player, you're just going to lose. Anyways, I just went off on a crazy tangent, but my point is, I was already at a severe disadvantage being...
Wait, I always thought PvP should be just a separate tab like Thunderstorm, where you can choose any class spec and everyone has the same quality gear. Yeah. Like, there has been expansions where, like, the gearing is just way more streamlined. But, yeah. Or, like, a private server kind of thing where you just get everything instantly. I don't know. I'm torn on what I want. Because I like some grind. But it has to be, like, simple and manageable. And especially with alts. Like, if the alt grind is rough too, then...
6 days into playing at this point. But my gear was also still holding me back quite a bit. Also,
I mean, gear
without
is
my
so
brother
big.
pushing me towards these PvP vendors, I would have never found them.
All the way to the last page.
Oh, here you go.
You're gonna buy the Astral Aspirant's Insignia of Alacrity.
Yeah.
Do you have the medallion yet?
No. You're buying that, and then you're also gonna buy the Astral Aspirant's Medallion.
And that is gonna
Having this is so nice. Like, if you're playing and someone gonna tell you, like, get this, do this. If you don't have that,
on a very good button that you're gonna use all the time.
then it's tough.
Medallion is your on-use trinket that'll break you out of CC.
But it's nice
You'll
if-
learn how to use
if-
trinket.
If you have
You waste it,
the chance
you
to
die.
talk to
So
someone
that gave
who
you
knows, then
12%
that's good.
more intellect and then 15% more stamina when we're in these battlegrounds. So
By the way, even still, I really haven't watched any PvP guides, but there have been many game reviews with my brother where I really try to learn from my thousands of mistakes. And if you guys want some VOD review content, please let me
1%
know.
verse.
I can post
Did he
a
have
bunch
1%
of
verse?
long videos where we're reviewing our games, what I did right, what I did wrong. For
Damn,
people
they're like
that wanna
really going
see
in for it,
straight
like
up
VOD
PvP.
review and everything.
Anyways, I was eager to do a little murdering
nice.
in-game. So I loaded into arena skirmishes solo, thinking I would get into some 3v3s to practice. The queues weren't too bad, but I mostly got stuck into 2v2
yeah.
DPS versus DPS matches. In my first few attempts, I would basically just
His gear
get
now is good then,
one
yeah?
shot right off spawn.
Oh, damn.
But anything that helped me
Yo,
understand
3 hunters
PvP
in
a
this
little
thing. Actually, skirmish experience. Like 3 MMs, I think.
I
and
would
him.
basically
What up, Clan Shotty?
just
What's good,
get
good?
one shot right off spawn.
Look at this. Boom. 4.1 million.
But anything that helped me understand PvP a little bit more was valuable to me. My biggest learning points at this stage were to get my rotation
geez.
down and also to pay attention to who I was targeting. I picked up this unfortunate habit where I would tab
Johnny.
target a lot, like way more than I should have been doing, and I think it took me almost 3 weeks of focusing to break this terrible habit. Overall, most skirmishes
Okay, but he's okay. This is day 4, so
were
he's not done
chill.
any
I
rated
did
arena
have the
yet.
most fun when
Which is
I
good.
would
I
get
think you
paired
should
with
do a lot of
healer,
skirmish first.
and
I think
I
you
could
should.
actually play the game for a few minutes. And in those cases, I was doing okay.
There we go.
At least
Big damage. Look, wait, hold up.
a few
Is he
minutes.
top
And in
damage?
those cases, I was doing
It's the first game I see him top damage. Yeah, big time.
okay. At least I was usually at the top of the board for damage, but I knew that there was a lot of room for improvement.
Wait. Okay, so he has done shuffle. 2K MR, solo shuffle. 3 wins. This was his first game. No, never mind. Not his first game.
I
Okay,
knew
so
that there was a lot of room for improvement. The best time I
Solid.
had was farming for bloody token
Second
gear.
game, yeah.
Bloody tokens, you guessed it, are gained by
Good.
killing players. Well, actually, it's a little bit different. You
Had a good,
get quests
first
that
game,
make
maybe.
you kill players, but it's like a quest, so it's different. In all actuality, I liked world quests. Battling out in the world was very cool. I met a bunch of people this way, joined a couple groups to farm bloody tokens, and
how's the Mar so high on a new character? Like, wait, what's the starting in Mar? Maybe it's like 1800 now? I'm not sure. 1700? So if you have a good game, you can probably...
I even got a bounty
Good- a
on my
few good
head at
games.
one point, which felt cool, except nobody came after me,
Yeah.
so I couldn't get the
doable.
title.
You start in
And
1900?
also, I died.
Because it's
by
quite late in the
falling
season
a
now, so
hole
it's gone up, right?
because you can't fly when you have a bounty on your head. Overall, I had a really good time world PvPing. My
Yeah,
verdict is
Cool.
2 thumbs up. Just a reminder, everything we've been doing so far has been preparing to get into ranked arena. Step after step completed, and we still needed our last
Okay.
4 pieces of gear. This is referred
He's still
to as
gearing,
your
yeah.
class's 4-piece kit. Once a week, you can go to the Catalyst and upgrade 2 pieces of gear that you bought from the Conquest vendor. Conquest points, by the way, you get from killing players. We also learned everything about
that?
mining and herbalism,
Oh,
farmed money,
professions.
bought bloody gemstones, which are different than bloody tokens, had players craft some gear, socketed some gear, enchanted some gear, and finally, next episode, we get to use
Okay.
this gear in ranked PvP.
Damn, okay, so we didn't get any rated... I mean,
1,000
we got the
subscribers
shuffle.
from episode 1 was insane, by the way.
Dude, these videos are really well made. I mean, it's the
Appreciate
first
all
one
of
I've
you,
seen.
and I will see you in the next one.
Is there more? Oh, okay. Nice. There's no way.
This is my first World of Warcraft
Alright,
playthrough
episode
in
3.
2025. skipping all the boring
Let's hear.
shit and going straight for the title of Gladiator rank in
From
PvP.
noob to gladiator.
A challenge that a lot of people actually think I can do now, mostly because it's
Skill
pretty
cap is
clear
also coming in.
that I'm a nerd. Last episode, we finally got to PvP.
Don't skip episode 2. No, we skipped episode 1, which is fine. 'Cause episode 1 was him just leveling up and yeah. But yeah, dude, I gotta say, like, his movement. I mean, he's backpedaling, but it seems like he has some awareness and stuff.
Although it wasn't ranked and it was a lot of battlegrounds, not exactly
Grinding.
Arena World Championship.
Straight back in,
But
man. Back to back.
surely day 6 was my time to shine.
Transmog
to gloriously
looking pretty good.
step into the arena like a golden god.
The thunder of my vengeance will echo through these
arenas.
like the gust of 1,000 winds.
Wrong.
Damn.
It was time to learn just how trash I was.
I ain't going to jail over you. I will beat your ass and think
He's getting a
nothing of
humbled
it.
man.
I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not.
We still had a lot to learn, and my first real PvP lessons came in the form of ranked 2v2 with a dedicated healer. At this point, 3v3 arena was so fast-paced and chaotic that I probably wouldn't learn much.
Dude, threes is
yet.
hard. Like
Just
even me,
panic
I
and
played
smash
thousands of threes
buttons and
games.
try to
Like
get away
sometimes
from
I just
people
there's
that are
too much stuff
pranking me.
going on. I don't know what's happening.
2v2s, on the other hand, were chaotic, but much more chill. And they gave me a lot more opportunities to learn. Introducing my brother's friend,
yeah, like, the
Seiko,
three session we just had was-
20-year veteran and holy paladin main. Just picture Patrick when he gets the Ashbringer.
Yeah, so
Like Patrick,
his brother
Seiko
has
was sacrificing
XP.
himself for a higher cause. It's pretty common knowledge in the community that new players very rarely go into PvP, and
Like just today, I've seen this a few times on Twitch in my chat. The WoW PvP is dead.
the scene is kind of desperate for fresh blood. And anyone curious, he hasn't gotten Gladiator in quite a few seasons, mostly due to the fact that they didn't have consistent teammates. A big theme in the comments on my previous videos, that so many people want to go for Gladiator
was
or
Shadowlands
want to
Glad
get into
and
PvP, but it's
Dragonflight
so
Glad.
difficult to find teammates. This is pretty unfortunate considering there's supposed to be millions and millions of active subscriptions on World of Warcraft, even though I'm pretty sure they haven't been releasing their metrics for a long time. I wonder why. These sessions, I had zero
I wonder how many players are like actively playing retail PvP or yeah, just retail in general. But it's like how many players play at least one arena every week, like in total, or maybe a BG. Like it's probably a low number, yeah, or lower than we'd like. Paris is playing.
no thoughts of pushing any rating, and in fact, I
we
really
got one
don't
in here.
care about 2v2 rating, since you can only become Gladiator in 3v3 arena. I did have some important goals, however.
Yeah,
First
even
of all,
USVU,
Don't
true.
piss off Seiko.
That'd be
Healing
cool to see
is
as well.
hard enough. I healed for maybe 1,500 hours of my time in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah,
So
by the way,
I understand. In
go back
fact,
here.
I
Hold up, the win rate. Okay, so about 50-50 win rate. Well, actually, exactly 50-50 win rate. 1958, highest rating, 2004.
really don't care about 2v2 rating, since you can only become Gladiator in 3v3 arena. I did have some important goals, however. First of all, don't piss off Seiko. Healing is hard
His
enough.
brother?
I healed for maybe 1,500 hours of my time
farming,
in Final
yeah.
Fantasy XIV. So I understand how frustrating it is to heal clueless DPS players. Players that don't do
I'm
their
shouting.
rotation right, never pop defensives,
I haven't scales this whole time.
That's his
position
brother's
themselves
friend.
incorrectly.
So
I have a lot of respect for PvP
his
healers,
brother's a hunter, and his
unless
brother's
they
friend, and
actually
his
are
friend is
trash
Seiko.
and aren't
Yeah.
trying to learn. A very key note here is that me being so new, there was an absolutely 0% chance that I could throw blame on Seiko for anything. This was time to define my
Yeah.
very few strengths and the many clear weaknesses that I had.
That's a good mindset in general. Like, dude, some players, they start playing PvP, and after a week, they think they're skill capped, and they blame everyone else for everything. Like, and that's actually very, very common. Like, they don't think about what they're doing wrong.
And from there, hone in my skills.
Just actually being aware and trying to figure out your own mistakes is like, that alone is going to get him very far.
Well, I fat-fingered my stop recording button and didn't even get it on camera. So that's what we would call a major issue. Let's move on to game 2.
Wait, what did he say?
I learned that demon hunters
rage and
are
blame,
literal demons designed with the sole purpose of sitting on me non-stop, cranking damage into my face until I forget every button I have. I learned that restoration druids can become a big-ass tree that cannot be kicked, rooted, stunned, and pumps out damage and heals like a literal tree god. Also, I didn't calculate it, but I bet my win-loss ratio on this map is like 75% losses just because of how weird the line of sight is. Here, more than anywhere, I could feel
tell
just
me the baseline details in alpha. Dude, it's bugged. It's bugged, so we can't even see it. But on the beta tomorrow, we can see it.
Bad my positioning and movement were. Unfortunately, even still to this day, positioning and movement are one of my biggest downfalls.
That's like the hardest part of WoW, positioning, and like knowing where to go.
I missed
like,
my kick.
I don't know either, to be honest. Sometimes it's just
fucking
just go somewhere.
That didn't go off. I'm just. I got burst. I can't fucking. Oh, my Q didn't go.
But I guess like trying to kite is good in general, if you're a caster.
I missed my fucking thing. It won't go. Fuck.
Yo, the movement.
I'm gonna sleep.
Yo, this map is so annoying though, like for casting. Like you're standing here, they're there, suddenly you can't cast. You're here and they're there, you can't cast. Yeah. The wheels are turning for sure. It better comes to me.
Stunning.
Claire comes, man. There we go.
Jesus.
Nice.
Pretty clearly, I was aware of the many big mistakes I was making, but as usual, looking back on this now, I can see so many more issues.
Yo, but I just want to say this, like watching your own gameplay back. This is like my #1 tip that I give people when they ask me how to improve in PP is watch your own games back. For me, when I started making my videos on YouTube too, I would watch my own games and I would see more clearly like what I'm doing wrong. It's just the fact that he's making these videos and then he can watch his own VODs is going to be
what I was doing. Basically, every movement you're seeing is wrong.
Because often you're just not going to notice it mid-game. And if it's not recorded, you're not going to notice it afterwards.
I was having a lot of fun, and despite Seiko needing to basically break his keyboard to save my life, I think he was having fun also.
For improving it in anything, like somehow record what you did and then analyze it
Paladin
afterwards.
he was using was not geared, so this was an extra challenge
Glad to
for
hear,
him
Benny.
as well.
Glad to hear.
By the way, after this match was also when I finally unlocked my two-piece kit. And in fact, this was the first time I even learned about the two-piece set bonus.
Spellweaver's Immaculate Scale Guards. We get the two-piece set while flying during deep breath, and for 10 seconds after you command a squadron of 2 Draktyr who will attack your targets with Disintegrate and Pyre. So when I'm deep breath, and for 10 seconds, I get 2 extra dudes just slamming.
This basically meant I was Eren Yeager when he unintentionally becomes a Titan for the first time. Clueless, but reaching new levels of power. I would have to learn to control. Another massive breakthrough around this time would be choosing the correct specialization
I actually stopped watching Attack on Titan like just about that time, but I think I did see him become the Titan.
I had kind of just chosen what I thought sounded powerful, but look at this thing. It's just so much. There was one alternative method. Go to the World of Warcraft Armory, find a rank 1 player of your spec, and copy their build.
Yeah.
So if you click on one in a new tab, it loads up their character sheet. And if you scroll down, you can see the talent trees. You can literally copy it. And
so took your rating, gets his spec. This guy's better than me already.
Just to like top guy 1.
I mean,
see all the shit that
he's doing like he's learning really fast.
That way.
And he's doing all the right things to learn fast as well.
Again, depending on what you're doing, it may be
like most people have never recorded their games and watched them back, for example.
Towards a slightly custom build anyways. You should always prioritize your playstyle, and remember that just because rank 1 can do it doesn't mean you also can do it the same way as them. So with the 2P,
you still need to read and understand every perk. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's good to do.
And the fresh specialization, it was time to get back in there.
What a bullboard? I don't know.
This match was my most fluid match so far. I still had no idea where to put my player portraits, and had an absolutely terrible UI setup for PvP, but as you've seen in future clips, I continually change this over time. Yeah. I am talking over this match, but just know I was actually feeling this one, minus a few extreme mistakes, like not kicking this polymorph.
I missed the poly, I think.
But then...
That's actually me. When I don't kick CC that I should kick.
I drop the tactical nuke. My 2-piece bonus activates. And I just absolutely blast lasers into these dudes. And for the first time, I got to see the other team panic.
What up, Krisu? Yo, man. How are you, dude?
I do enjoy this.
What is good? What is good?
By the way,
we played match after match.
Beta tomorrow, yes.
Eventually breaking 1,000 rating, which I was thinking about so little that I didn't even record it. Part of this was because I was very highly aware that I'm being carried by a veteran player, so I'm not going to sit there taking pride in the rating. I just could physically feel myself learning. I was slightly adapting, increasing my overall awareness. I still...
One of the fastest way to improve as well is playing with someone who is good or better, because then you're gonna kind of have to match them to some degree, or you'll notice your mistakes way faster.
Staring at my hotbars during these matches.
Yeah, Chris,
absolute nightmare for me to look up ever. At this point, my brother was also watching these matches live on Discord and really not saying anything until after the games were complete. And I was always keen to listen to every single note the boys had for me.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, damn. Shit. What can I do to stop that?
It's just gonna become easier as you play. That's the solution, really.
True.
Sometimes you're better doing a 1-tier fire breath than trying to cast the...
What up, cousins? Yo.
So remember, your dot damage ticks harder when you disintegrate. So that 2.4 mil is actually ticking quicker.
Yeah. Oh wait, it says 2.7 now there. Okay, it said 700k there before.
You really need somebody experienced nearby you to just straight up tell you what you're doing wrong. I don't know how to explain it any other way. If you're just sitting there playing solo shuffle.
But like most people won't have that though. I mean, it's great that he does, but yeah, like I'm wondering like how it would be if you're a brand new player, you don't know anyone that knows what they're doing. Like that must be tough. But then I guess you gotta do YouTube. Try find. I guess I mean that's kind of what I'm trying to do for Pharaoh. If someone is a new Pharaoh, they can come to me. They can watch my guide and ask me questions. But in general, it's hard. And I think that's actually a big issue that WoW has. Like if you're a new player and you don't have a experienced friends and a brother, then it's gonna be just
raging about certain people and other classes and this and that, and you're not having a hard look at yourself, you're not going to get better. Also, I'm going to assume there's a handful of people out there that can't differentiate between coaching and carrying. People getting carried do not care about learning and developing their skills. It's simply get carried, get rating, get mount, quit game because it's boring and you didn't achieve anything yourself. Or you don't quit and walk around on the mounts showing it off. Which is really weird, by the way. Also, if you are one of those people, please let me know.
That's not really a WoW issue. If you never play chess and start playing on internet, you're going to play absolutely nonsense and get... Yeah. Yes, but I think like WoW, like chess, because chess is chess. There's no like crafting a bunch of gear, like knowing like what to do, what to craft. You know, like the game is just the game. Well, in WoW, there's so many things like what talents even to pick, what PP talents to pick in which situations, or like before you actually play. There's just so many things that chess is chess. And it's been chess for many hundred years.
In the comments, so I can ban you.
But yeah.
Anyways, overall, I really enjoyed these sessions.
Like, what embellishment do you pick? Or...
They were really high energy. We had a ton of laughs. We had accidentally pushed a decent matchmaking rating, which...
Or even just add-ons, man. Like, he has no add-ons. Like S Arena, Omnibar, like all those things that like if you're a new player, like you don't even know what an add-on is. Like you don't know about CurseForge. You gotta go download this third-party thing, and
again, I don't care about. What's important about this number is that I was playing against
Blizzard
people who were more experienced than me, which is really important if you want to learn.
Getting rid of Midnight,
you don't
true.
Have to be that close. Like, he's gonna come right for you the second I get.
But I think if you can do a Glad push this season,
go in
S Arena would be good.
Follow me in.
Because we are gonna have DR tracker as well.
Pop your defensives. Nice.
Nice.
Perfect. We're good.
Gets out of the bomb.
I'm disoriented. I'm gonna fly over there. Is he invisible?
Got him. Oh, he was right here.
Yeah, I think S Arena's the biggest one.
Okay. What buttons do you have?
Maybe like big debuffs can make it easier to see what's going on as well.
I'm fine.
I have time stop and shit, so.
But you're right. A new player is not gonna know what anything is on Omnibar.
Scales.
You're gonna go on the road here. Yep,
he's fucking invisible.
Yep, hit the mage. Yep.
Or maybe like tracking kicks and like knowing if they have kick or not can be very helpful for a new player as well.
I didn't pick it.
Well,
I kicked it.
You need certain level of awareness to
god.
I didn't fucking...
He blocked.
Yep.
Sheep kill target.
I hit him big.
I blocked you.
This rogue mate. Oh, nice bop, man. Pre-bop right before the sheep
At this stage, I'm sure Seiko saw me as basically Forrest Gump, but he was pretty nice about it and sat there giving me advice for many hours.
Yeah, good job.
One thing is knowing someone who knows what they're doing, but having someone that knows what they're doing and they're willing to like be with you and be patient with you. Like that's all. Like that's very nice.
It's just about using your defensives correctly,
and not someone's just gonna flame you, be bad, and just be toxic to you.
Hey, 1560 is that real rating?
So it's nice to see that he has.
Did you take tab off that game?
Has that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Did you notice
it was so difficult though? Like sometimes.
If you can make a video on how to track and what to look at on your screen and not get too tunnel visioned, yeah. I think, like, yeah, maybe a video could be good, but I do think, like, just playing a lot of games, like, awareness, playing a bunch of games, and also recording your games and watching them back. I think that's the secret. Many games, and then review the games to zoom out a bit and get the overview.
Like, definitely could have gotten, like, extra hits off with it, but...
Hold on, how many games did we just win?
A lot.
Dude.
And by the way, I've mentioned a couple times that I don't want to use add-ons. This is a little bit of a future spoiler, but I have gone against the best players in the world many times now.
Calvish.
And one in particular had a lot of add-ons rolling. Add-ons that would literally yell at him with an AI voice that I was using my powerful abilities.
Deep breath. Dragon Rage.
The mess UI goes
making
crazy.
it so that he didn't even have to look at the screen,
just
listen to a voice telling him what I'm doing. You know, in every other game I've played, downloading programs that give you a clear advantage over somebody else is considered cheating. And I don't know how it's gotten to the point where you can pull up one of the biggest streamers, most famous people, his PvP guide is about 10 minutes of telling you what the best add-ons are to get, literally telling you you will not be successful in PvP without these add-ons. I don't see how that's healthy for the game, and I don't see how it's right. But you know I like to go on these tangents, let's move on.
I mean, so he has details. I think S Arena, like, and that's gonna be built into the base UI in Midnight. Like it's gonna be a thing. But yeah, I agree. Like add-ons, there's like weak auras, so much.
But the biggest things I learned during these matches is how important macros were.
Pico Roach.
In this clip, my rescue is set to a weird hotkey and also not macroed.
It won't go.
Basically, I have to select my teammate, press rescue, and then select where I want to fly. 3 steps. Instead, one macro can be made that picks up my healer, and later one that can pick up my DPS part.
Yeah, he also do like party 1 instead of like doing all the different names. But I guess if you're doing 3s, but yeah, that works.
That way, I just press that hotkey and then click where I want to go. This one single extra step could be the difference between winning and losing. And as you all know, everything is on the line. That was day 6. I know some people probably want this series to go faster. Unfortunately, I played hundreds of hours of World of Warcraft in my first month, and every day I was learning so much about the game.
He has a Warlock and a second Evoker, man. It's 2 of 1 spec, then you're going serious
just hard to skip ahead. Also, when you're working a full-time job and spending 80 hours editing a video and trying to grind for Gladiator from knowing nothing about the game, it's pretty difficult to get these videos out any faster. So thank you for the...
This video must take so long to edit, man. Like, dude, I'm so impressed. And it's so cool to see someone like making WoW PvP content and putting in this kind of effort.
Patience, everybody. But this was it.
Like, there's not much WoW PvP content on YouTube anymore.
And actively trying to get better the fastest that we could. Still can't believe how many people are watching and subscribing to this series. Really appreciate all of you. But by the way, we gotta bump these numbers up. Fishing Locked absolutely murdered this series. Get these numbers up, boys. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
That was sick. That was really good. I'm looking forward to the next episodes. Not glad yet, but he's making some strides. I never react to videos on stream, almost ever, because I just have a hard time like sitting down and watching a video like that. But this was easy. Like, this was fun, well edited, interesting. That was really, really good. Like that kind of content is just so sick. We need that kind of stuff in WoW PvP. Just random guess. How long do you think it's gonna take for him to gain that Glad title? Well, I think I'll say it's like games played. I think like 1,000 games played this season in 3s, and he has it. I think so. And again, like, this is taking nothing away from him, but you know, as a new player, he knows people. His brother is friend, so I think, like, with his mindset, he has a really good mindset. Really, really good mindset. With that mindset and the, you know, people he knows, I think he's going to do quick. Maybe even under that. I think he's going to improve really, really fast.